Another incredible performance by a burrito was Anthony Richardson at the NFL Combine.
I'm on to
He set
something here.
records. What are you on to?
Remember, we asked who will go first overall versus who do you think should. I said I think Anthony Richardson will, but Bryce Young probably will.
I still don't think he goes one, but the Combine definitely made things closer. So odds aside, which Richardson's odds are crashing down towards plus 300 now. Bryce Young walked into the Combine looking short. He measured the same size as Kyler. There's rumors, so he weighed in at 204. There's rumors that he put on like anywhere between 15 to 20 pounds, and his real playing weight's like 190, which would be fairly small. I'm still in on Bryce Young, but after seeing the Combine and the athleticism and the upside and how we know that NFL GMs are still lacking, but at least they're moving in the right direction, I would say that it's not a good strategy long-term, or it is a good strategy long-term, but I think playing for the home run is how you should probably think about drafting these guys. How do you feel about that? Like, you need the Mahomes types. You need Josh Allen. You need these crazy aliens now.
Yeah, you are a gambling man at your forefront, and that's what it comes down to. And I couldn't agree more, and that's why I think Anthony Richardson should go first. The Bryce Young height debate, it felt like it's been going online on the internet for the last 3 days. It feels like it was the hottest pressing question since should or should I not be vaccinated in the world. He came up 5'10", what we call a Jewish 6 and an eighth, a Jewish 6 foot is what we like to call that. And you know what? People are looking into, he's Kyler's height. He's all this stuff. He's also Drew Brees' height, pretty much. He's also Russell Wilson's height, pretty much. Just make sure the guy doesn't have a Call of Duty addiction, and you're probably fine. And don't have Cliff Kingsbury as your coach. I still don't think Bryce Young is going to be not good because he's 5'10" and he can't see over the offensive line. But as far as Anthony Richardson goes, how could you not want this guy? Like, he's now the second favorite quarterback to be taken behind Bryce Young, ahead of C.J. Stroud. He's been flying up the odds as nothing has happened, and then something finally happens, and he's breaking every combine record. The guy is Cam Newton's size, Lamar Jackson's electricity. He is, I don't know if I didn't watch a lick of Anthony Richardson at Florida. A lick. I can analyze these players based off the shit that goes through my dumb brain and the shit that I see on Twitter. And yeah, you take Anthony Richardson because he seems absolutely electric. And that's what I want. Here, put it this way. If I'm a fan of whichever team is looking to trade into the first spot, like a Colts fan, a Panthers fan, whoever's looking to take that Bears number 1 pick, I am knocking at the door for Anthony Richardson. With that being said, I am not holding it against my front office if they don't take him. I am just doing that for the simple fact that I like to bet like you do. And Anthony Richardson, from what we've seen, is electric, and Bryce Young is short, and that is the opposite of electric. Could Bryce Young be better? Sure. But I like to gamble, so give me A-Rod, A-Rich.
See, 3 years ago, that you would have been, if you were like a Panthers fan at 9, just praying that you got him, like third quarterback off the board. It feels less risky. Now with the evolution of these people, they're like, he might be the number 1 overall pick. And I think part of that is because, like you said, if you wouldn't blame the team for not taking him, but there's no sure thing either at 1. Like, it's not like there's a great prospect who you would have to supersede in this case. Like, you could make the argument that Richardson is a better prospect. He's just not as good.
I mean,
and
I
watched some Richardson last year. He's not good. Like, he's really not good at throwing the football, 53% completion. He's got the arm for it. Now, I think, like, you watch a Josh Allen and you see what good coaching, and that's what I worry about, is whatever team drafts him needs to give him time, needs to put the right staff around him, needs to kind of build for him. You can't just throw him into the fire. I saw someone talk about Seattle. If Seattle could get all the way up to like 6 or something, or 5. Oh, that maybe they have Denver's
2.
pick or something.
You got to get to 2 to get this man. He's got a 40-inch vertical.
Yeah, I don't know how many people he's going to be jumping over in the league, but apparently he can if he needs to. So right now, post combine, are you sticking with Richardson?
A-Rich.
Should
A-Rich.
go 1 or will go 1? Are you still Bryce Young?
Both. Should and will. This is A-Rich.
Okay.
I'm sorry to tell you that A-Rich probably won't be in purple, but you know what? Snoop showed flashes last year. But Ravens fans, I've seen some Ravens fans calling out that A-Rich in purple. I don't know, man.
Once again, you have the guy, the more developed Anthony Richardson in purple already. If you want to keep him, by the way,
you have the cheap Lamar Jackson, who went to Florida.
You do. You can't deny that. Florida boys seem to be the QBs for the Ravens.